where we go over your rights and how to exercise them when dealing with public officials. Now watch how this officer working as a security guard for a bank in Texas approached the civilians recording in public and tried to violate their rights by lying about the law and show the respect that most officers have towards members of the public. But first, remember to like the video and leave a comment with your thoughts to help us reach more people, to make them aware of their rights and help end police misconduct.
I'm sorry? I couldn't hear you.
No videos or pictures allowed. This is private property.
This is public property.
Sorry, this is private property. This building on this. I'm gonna need you guys to leave.
No, thank you. This is a sidewalk.
Right from the opening moment, the tension is clear. The auditor is simply filming, but the officers immediately treat him as a problem. Their approach is firm, their tone sharper than necessary, and their eyes fixed on the camera. You can feel the pressure rising before a single question is asked. This intro sets the mood perfectly. A calm citizen facing officers already on edge, creating a suspenseful foundation for everything that follows.
I would never want to go onto your private property.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, gentlemen. What's the video for?
I'm sorry?
What's the video?
I can't disclose that information at this
Okay.
moment.
Well, it's private property, and so the bank is asking why you guys recording.
This is public property. This is the sidewalk.
Actually, it's not. That's not how downtown jurisdictions work. We're responsible for the whole sidewalk on the street, city street.
So,
You can, but we're still responsible if something happens on the property.
Okay.
yeah, they'll let you guys know. It's okay for us to take.
They'll let you know.
Okay. All right. We'll find out. What was your name?
I didn't give my name to you.
You never asked.
I did.
When? You said what was the video for? She never asked my name.
She never asked for her name. She asked what we were doing. Hold on.
Exercising our rights to take pictures in public.
Okay.
This is obviously a sidewalk. I understand that this, from this line back is their property. I'm not trying to go on their property. There's art. There's all kinds of things. I could take pictures here.
And there is no public sidewalk per se. This is all built by the owner of that property.
Yeah, and so they put in the gutter that says City of Houston right there.
Yeah.
You see? Come over here. Let me show you something real fast. Because I know one thing. Bank of America doesn't buy property that says City of Houston. You see this right here?
Yeah. Here's for public.
You see this?
Right. So
This is public property.
The biggest
This segment marks the first real confrontation. The officers stop pretending to be casual and begin pushing for control. Their questions become demanding, their stance more aggressive. They expect the auditor to fold instantly, but he doesn't. Instead, he stands firm, refusing to be intimidated. This is the moment where the authority shift begins, exposing the officers' frustration as they fail to dominate a situation they thought would be simple.
concern is that the recording of the bank is a security issue. I guess it's their biggest deal.
I can't see any of their shit. I'm taking pictures of a big ass glass building.
I don't think that's really the point.
Well, what is the point?
The point is that I guess her biggest concern is you guys are being a little unnecessarily rude.
No, I told her that we just don't want to disclose the nature of our video. I mean, I don't go around asking people to tell me their private information. I said I'd rather not, disclose why I'm taking a video, but I told her I was like, we're out here taking pictures of everything, not specifically just the bank. So I deterred her on that. Okay. There's no ill will, no ill intent. I have no nefarious plans here.
I understand.
I'm simply taking pictures in public, and I'm hoping that you're going to honor your oath and try not to run me off of a publicly accessible area for only exexercising a First Amendment protected activity.
I'm not trying to run you off, but what I will say is that, obviously that your actions can cause a reaction, all right? And from what it seems like you're trying to get that reaction.
No, sir. I'm just wanting to take my pictures. I've been walking around the city for the past hour and a half.
Then what can we do to help facilitate the process of you getting along? What would you like to do?
I would like to be left alone, and when I'm done getting my pictures, I'm gonna walk away.
Okay.
If they wouldn't have told me the cops were coming, I would have already been gone.
I got you.
But they told me the cops were coming. I'm not gonna run.
Yeah. Well, here we are.
Once you walk away and leave us alone, I'm gonna finish getting my pictures and I'm gonna walk away.
We've spoken. We've done our deal. You got nothing left for this property.
Oh, I'm not done getting my shots. So once you leave me alone, we disengage. I'm gonna finish getting my shots and slowly walk away from here.
Okay. So like I said, the passage is for the easement is for public passage. If you guys aren't passing, then you aren't pass sin.
Is there like a time limit on how fast?
Now the tension reaches a new level. The officers try to trap the auditor with confusing legal claims, hoping he'll slip up. But he responds calmly, with precise knowledge that immediately unsettles them. Their confidence wavers. Every time they push, he pushes back with facts. This part feels like a chess match. Slow, strategic, and full of subtle power plays, with the auditor quietly gaining the upper hand.
Do you have to pass a law that states that? What's the law that says I have to keep moving?
Just being reasonable about it.
Okay, and if I to stop to take a picture would be reasonable, right? You
stop to record on what is considered private property because they have built everything.
This is private. This is private property.
The City of Houston is private property.
The City of Houston gutter system is installed on all things, private or not,
and it's publicly funded.
City property.
That does not make it a place for you to stand.
Oh my God!
It makes it where I am allowed to stand here, as long as I'm not breaking the law.
That's like a handicapped parking space. You know what I mean?
I'd recommend you call a supervisor, please.
I mean, I'm technically not on duty. I'm just here working for the building. Okay.
Yeah, I'd like if you call a supervisor.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
So you,
like I said. Yeah.
Okay. Well, have they contacted the police?
I'm it.
Well, no. I wanted an official report because I'm not just because right now you're a paid security guard.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, technically, if you want to say.
So I would like to speak with an actual on-duty officer. If you're trying to give me a lawful order, I would appreciate that the law does it, not a security guard.
I haven't given you a single lawful order. I've just asked if you're done, then can we move along?
And I'm not done yet. If once I get left alone, then I'll be done.
Okay, see, and that's that part that I'm talking about, where it's like you're doing something to get a reaction.
No, I just want to be left alone, and I don't want these people to be under the reaction or under the influence that they ran me off or that you ran me off, because that's not the case.
Hey, look, it doesn't have to be like that. Like, look, we talk like adults. We got understanding. We both got what we wanted out of here. So
I'm just asking for you to leave me alone.
Hey, look, they hired me to do this. And
so come out and talk to people on the sidewalk.
Houston, it's legal. Here in Houston, this is legal.
Here in the United States, this is legal.
To a certain degree, it is.
As long as I'm not doing anything illegal with my videos.
Hey, you're doing something that's reasonably suspicious.
And a suspicion of crime?
Reporting a bank.
It's suspicion of crime?
Intelligence.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
that is suspicious.
It's suspicion against the law.
It's not suspicious to me. It's
That's
subjective.
not how that works.
It's subjective.
It's what a judge would find suspicious.
Well, it's suspicious against the law.
Reasonable, articulable facts that somebody is committing, about to commit, or has committed a crime.
So you'd have to be under the
And my
influence.
articulation would be that there's two guys, one with the juggalo tattoo, right? Because I know what that is.
So you're profiling him now.
I am now.
Yeah, he's profiling. He just said he's profiling.
Let's let him keep talking. Keep digging yourself a hole, Jenkins.
So
this is going to be beautiful.
Here the officers change tactics. Their tone softens, pretending they simply want to understand the situation. But it's obvious. They're trying to recover from losing control. The auditor sees straight through it. He stays polite but unshakable, refusing to let the narrative shift. This moment flips the entire dynamic. The officers realize they no longer hold authority, and the auditor's calm confidence takes over the encounter completely.
you guys are recording outside of a bank where there's clear windows.
I'm recording.
People that come in and out.
I have videos. I have over an hour of videos walking through this whole city, and I haven't had no issues.
But you've gotten to a
I've gone past several banks.
We're just asking you to move along.
I've gone past several banks. I'm not done. I never said I was done. I said I was about to be done, and if they wouldn't have told me the cops were coming, then I would have already been gone.
Then why even just do this? Why do this?
Because it's to stand up for my rights, bro.
No. That's not what it is. You're doing it for.
So you asked a rhetorical question.
No, I'm waiting for the real answer.
And I'm telling you,
jackass.
Oh,
let's be real.
Oh,
let's be real here. Okay?
I'm doing it to be a jackass. So tens of thousands of people.
Hey, he's not on duty. We could take offense to that and get him cited for disorderly conduct.
Yeah,
we need the police out here now. You just committed disorderly conduct. You call him. You got the radio on duty. Remember? We got the radio, bud.
So you don't mind being disorderly and disrespecting. You're showing disdain to the public.
Articulate what disorder is.
Because
if somebody takes offense to the language you're using. Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah. I've been charged with it a million times.
Yeah, that works.
And the fact this is how this works. You are representing the city of Houston right now because you are in uniform and you are insulting members of the public in uniform while you're representing. You just called me a jackass.
I said you're doing it to be one.
And so what's the point of even calling a person a jackass?
I'm sure you're a regular person that does regular things. However, this is something that you're doing to incite a reaction.
No, I'm taking pictures in public to get a reaction.
And like I said, This isn't public anymore.
You're getting a
That little
reaction.
Gutterway isn't a public place for you to.
So he says this is not public.
Easement.
It is a public.
So okay, so
So am I
if
supposed
this
to walk
is
in the road?
private property, would you ticket us for? Well, if you were on duty,
If I were on
walking
duty.
in the road.
that
Or am I
is-
supposed to
yes.
walk in this bike lane right here?
There is a citation for walking in the road.
Okay.
So I can't walk in the road.
Again, the sidewalk is for public passage.
And there has to be a publicly accessible area for us to come
Right,
through.
but you're not passing.
This is-
Yes, I mean, I'm not staying here indefinitely. The only reason I'm still here is because of you.
Hello?
It's hot out here.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, yeah, I got a job lined up in Germany in like 2 weeks. I'll be out of here in a week. In 2 weeks.
Oh, so he just
doesn't care.
he's admitted just now that he has another job lined up, and that's the reason why he is acting like a jackass. In fact,
in Germany.
This is the last strong attempt from the officers. They try new angles, new questions, even subtle threats, hoping something will stick. But the auditor delivers his strongest replies yet, dismantling each point with simple logic. Their frustration becomes impossible to hide. By the end, the officers have nothing left to challenge. This part builds the perfect tension, leading into the final moment where everything collapses for them.
Germany?
Yeah.
is that what you said, right?
Germany, right?
I said Germany. I didn't say Nazi.
It'll be a perfect place for you.
Great place.
I'm such a Nazi.
You seem like it. You're out here harassing somebody for nothing, dude.
Look,
Taking
man.
pictures. I even told you.
You said you were even.
I have no nefarious.
I'm
I have no
leveling.
nefarious. I already leveled with you.
Look.
I have no nefarious intent. So I've already dispelled the whole thing that you could
Just because
articulate.
you say something. Oh, I'm not going to murder my wife, though I've got a gun and a knife or something in my hand to kill somebody.
Well, you would
It doesn't
statistically
matter.
have a higher percentage of doing that than me because cops have a higher rate of domestic
Why?
abuse.
Because I'm black?
No, because
Because blacks are murderers?
cops have a higher rate of domestic
how that was
abuse.
nice?
No, we were saying
Cops.
are domestic.
Look up the percentage.
See,
40% of
see how
cops
it
are.
flips? See how it flips? Y'all-
40%
I
of
did the same
cops'
thing y'all
families
did.
become a victim of domestic abuse. That's just a
The difference
statistic,
is
bro.
this- You represent the city of Houston.
Look it up.
A recorder system.
Look it up on Google.
Look up who?
Look it up on Google. You got 2 smartphones.
I do, huh? All right, guys.
You don't even know how
So
many
this has
phones
been
he's got.
fun. This has been fun.
Yeah, I appreciate you just walk
All
away.
right,
Look,
so-
you walk away and then I walk away.
No.
Okay,
You
well,
walk away, then I walk away.
nope.
Come
Hey,
on.
no, we can walk the pig around the bank.
You can. You are able to use the passageway to pass.
And I'm passing. The only reason I'm stopped is because you've come out to talk to me.
You were stopped when I came here.
Yeah, I was walking back and forth taking pictures.
Look,
passing.
They asked you not to do that. They own everything.
They
up the road.
asked me. They don't own
And there's
this
always
gutter.
Everything up the road.
They
They
maintain.
paid for it.
They
The
maintain.
city just so happens to be the one that builds it.
This has to have a public passage.
Yes, it's for public use. It's for public use.
And you can't.
Passing.
And if you were to say, I don't want you walking past here because of your camera, that'd be discrimination. So you're telling me that it's legal to discriminate here?
What?
Yes.
No.
They're saying the only reason they don't want me here is because my camera, right?
They found your activity suspicious of reporting
A camera.
That's why-
I'm taking pictures of everything here.
Hey, and they do this every time someone reports any bank.
This is ridiculous.
This is insane
No,
where people get
I just went
judged
past
and they go home. They
plenty
fuck
of
up
banks.
on
It's
their way
because you
home.
built your house out of glass. You're out here complaining to me.
That's not the point. The
Yeah,
point is,
all the other banks didn't have a problem that were made of brick.
guys, come on, level with me, guys.
I am. Walk away and I'll walk away.
You're not leveling with me.
Walk away and I'll walk away.
All right, man.
Because you're not going to make me leave here.
No, I'll give you the chance.
You walk away, you go back in this building.
I'll hang up. I'll
Just-
hang out.
just disengage me.
We're cool.
Disengage me.
I'm trying to. I'm
Okay,
making
have a good
sure-
day.
I'm making sure.
Thank
that
you.
That we're
All
on
right.
the same level.
Sweet. I just don't want no more. I don't want to have no more conversation. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and invoke my Fifth Amendment right to stay silent. And I would appreciate if you just disengage from me.
All right, guys. Please be safe, right? Be careful. There is a homeless encampment that way. If you go that way, sometimes they do rob people or whatnot. That way is down for the courthouse, 1400 11th Street. Okay. Heading further south is a little bit safer area. Okay, so we're trying to look for and then the more public monuments.
Why is he still talking?
Discovery Green is headed that way. If you're looking for like public monuments and stuff. So,
I've never understood this.
Stay hydrated. Rain stones and things to the umbrella.
Now he's talking to himself as he walks away, guys. This is just pure idiocracy. I mean,
As you can see, most police officers don't care about your rights. They just want you to obey their orders even if they are unlawful to make their life easier, and they will lie and sometimes even abuse their power to do so. And this is why it is so important for you to know your rights and to help us to bring awareness to the rest of the public. So don't forget to support the channel by subscribing, like the video and leave a comment to reach more people. And remember, always record the police.
As we enter the final stretch of this encounter, the atmosphere shifts dramatically. What began as a routine interaction has now evolved into a full-scale standoff of principles, pressure, and persistence. And in this final part, every unspoken tension simmering through the entire video finally erupts into clarity. Right from the opening moment of this section, the auditor isn't just defending his rights. He's fighting to expose the uncomfortable truth behind the officer's behavior. Watch closely here. The body language of the lead officer changes. Shoulders tense. Tone sharpens. He's no longer in control, and he knows it. The moment the auditor challenges him with precise legal references, the officer's confidence fractures. But he can't show it. Not here. Not now. This is where the game turns. As the auditor pushes back calmly and confidently, the officers attempt one last strategy, the final authority move. They try to reframe the situation, twist the narrative, and regain the upper hand. But the auditor doesn't bite. Each answer he gives is measured, controlled, legally precise. It's the kind of response that cornered officers hate: polite, correct, and impossible to escalate. And here you'll notice something subtle but powerful. The officers begin to retreat verbally before they retreat physically. Their questions become softer, their accusations less certain. The tone shifts from confrontation to justification. It's the classic de-escalate and escape maneuver officers use when they realize they can't win, legally or publicly. But the auditor? He stays firm, steady, holding the ground that they tried so hard to shake from beneath him. Then comes the defining moment of the entire video. The moment this whole encounter has been building up to. The lead officer finally concedes. No apology, no admission of fault. But the simple act of backing away, of ending the interaction, says everything. This final exit is not just the end of a confrontation. It's the moment the power shifts back to the citizen. A reminder that knowledge, confidence, and a camera can dismantle intimidation faster than any badge or